This is the Mission District. Mostly it was like working class neighborhood. A lot of people have been given up and they say, oh, I got to get out of here. San Francisco is just not the same. And I just think it's important to stay and fight for San Francisco.
That used to be a laundromat.
Yeah.
And now it's yoga and fitness.
Yeah.
Which one do you need more, like laundromat or fitness?
I need the laundromat, yeah.
And they give you yoga.
And they give me, and it's a high-end yoga place, you know.
It's like expensive?
$99 a month. That's probably yesterday's menu.
That's like a $50 meal. Would you be able to afford that?
Only if somebody else was picking up the check.
So this is your building?
Yes.
And who's the man on the window?
That's the guy who's trying to evict me. That's my landlord.
Why is he trying to evict you?
Because he can make more money if I'm not here. We have rent control in San Francisco. People in the city fought for it because we thought it was important to protect the most vulnerable people.
So what's the twist he's using to get you out?
The Ellis Act. They came up with this law. If you want to get out of the rental business, you have an option to invoke the Ellis Act, which allows you to throw everybody in the building, seniors, disabled, doesn't matter, out.
Is this man really getting out of the renting business?
No, he's just a speculator and a flipper.
San Francisco's tech boom, which began in 2009, has seen real estate prices go through the roof. A one-bedroom apartment now costs about $3,000 per month. The average home purchase price is $1 million. So more and more people are being forced to leave.
This map right now shows all the no-fault evictions that have happened in San Francisco since 1997.
Is it getting worse?
Yeah, we found that no-fault evictions are up 115% over the last year, since 2012.
So there are several ways of evicting someone. It can be via the Ellis Act, but the simplest solution is to buy him out, right?
Yeah, so a buyout is a kind of under-the-table bribe in which the landlord will often threaten the Ellis Act or perhaps an owner move-in eviction, and then tell the tenant, you know, if you take the Ellis Act, you'll only get this amount of money, whereas if you take this buyout offer, we don't need to involve the law and you'll get more money. So often if a tenant thinks that they're going to be evicted anyway, they'll take the buyout because they often get a little bit more money. But unfortunately, however much money they get is never enough to land them another place in San Francisco, and it means it goes unrecorded.
Poor people are gradually being pushed out of San Francisco and high-tech firms are moving in. We're in the Tenderloin with a woman who's trying to rehabilitate the neighborhood.
Well, it's a pretty rough neighborhood, isn't it?
It is. It is. During the day and night, it's pretty rough. Yeah. Do you want to take a walk?
It's really surprising because you're like in the richest part of America, or one of the richest parts of America, and it looks like, yeah. Right?
Yeah, developing country. My family's from Vietnam, and so this is like Vietnam to me.
But it's changing now, right?
Well, yeah, now a lot of the tech companies are coming in. There's an infusion of wealth and around. I think about 13,000 new employees are moving into the area. This neighborhood is about 35,000 people.
We start to get some unwanted attention, so we turn back.
Would you fuck
I don't know, but you can feel that there's some like tension in here.
There is.
Because I don't know, these people like seeing all these new tech guys coming in with all that money and they don't benefit from it. Do you feel tension about that?
There is some tension. There's like a lot of not understanding. So we have a program where we're trying to integrate the two communities because I think there just needs to be conversation and dialogue. And there isn't true integration yet. There's just people working in silos next to each other, but not interacting.
You know what the trickle-down effect is? It never trickles down here. You don't have to be a techie to work, you know? You don't have to. I have no technology. I don't even know how to turn a computer on, but I'm not stupid. If there was a need for my expertise in learning a computer, fine. There's no need for it. I'm 73 years old. What am I going to do with a computer?
She has this dream that these tech guys and these communities here, at some point they're gonna mix and there will be a dialogue. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, there's going to be a dialogue. They're not going to tell you have to leave this city. They're just going to make it so affordable that you have to leave it. You know, there's no middle class. It's either the bourgeoisie or the proletariat, one or the other.
Yeah.
And guess where we are? We're on the proletariat side.
Yeah.
So you don't believe in her dream, really? Do
I
you?
believe in dreams.
No, I believe in hiring the right small businesses, bringing the right small. Thank you. I believe in bringing the right small business, like businesses that look like you, into this neighborhood, because they're gonna hire people that look like you.
But I'm almost 75 years old. I won't be around to see it. But keep your dreams, man.
And in the very middle of that poor area, you've got this kind of building. What is it?
Shared workspace. A lot of tech companies, a lot of new businesses moving into the area.
And that's where you have your office, right?
Yes, I do. Morning. Hi. Morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Startups from all over the world and young graduates like Lorenzo from Italy are setting up here in downtown Tenderloin amid the homeless and drug dealers.
Somehow we work here, so we need to integrate with the community. So even if it's not that easy, and it's been pretty challenging so far.
What do you mean challenging?
Half of the people that are living here, they're homeless, so it's not easy.
Do you know what's the average income or wage of people like here?
The income differentiate a lot from the positions. The developer side here in San Francisco, it's ridiculous. So they, like in a big corporation like Twitter, you can start as a first-time junior developer with 130,000 plus bonus and other benefits.
Is it a problem if I ask you how much you make, or it's
it's a disclosure.
You cannot tell me. Okay.
I cannot tell anything.
High-tech companies and young entrepreneurs like Lorenzo are popular targets for anti-eviction campaigners. This French businessman, however, feels that companies like Google, Facebook and Twitter are being used as scapegoats.
When Facebook or Twitter launches on the stock market with an initial public offering and employees sell their shares, 25% of their earnings go to the state of California, and San Francisco gets a portion of that. And we're talking billions of dollars. It's not the company's fault. They're generating huge amounts of money, and their employees have to live somewhere. If you have made $10 million with your company's IPO, then it doesn't make much difference if you buy an apartment for $2.5 million or $3.5 million. The question is, do we regulate the process and go against the market? That would be the French way of doing things. Or just see what happens and deal with problems as and when they arise. That's the American way of doing things.
And what's your approach?
The second, of course.
Patricia refuses to leave her home to make way for young techies. And she has backing from local politicians like Democrat David Campos.
How's everyone doing this morning? Buenos días. Welcome to the mission. Bienvenidos a la misión. This is a mobilization that is focusing on tenants today. I never thought I would hear the day when I've had people come up to me and say, I'm leaving San Francisco because it is too expensive and I'm moving to New York City. I never thought that someone would say that New York City is cheaper than San Francisco, and yet that's what's happening.
So I heard your speech about the tenants, but why do you think it's so difficult for politicians to change the situation? Be very clear, are there lobbies, like real estate lobbies behind it?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And are they giving money to politicians, to be very clear?
Well, I think that's clearly they are, and you have to look at the filings.
The Democrats, the majority party in San Francisco and California, are divided over the need to control real estate speculation. And in June, Californian lawmakers voted against amendments to the Ellis Act. So Patricia's fate is in the judge's hands. Her lawyer is pleading a procedural flaw, and if the judge rules in her favour, the landlord will have to start eviction proceedings from scratch.
But if they evict you, do you know where you're gonna go?
No, I don't.
Are you afraid of becoming homeless? That's what you're afraid of.
You know what? It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Patricia's lawyer comes out an hour later with good news.
Oh, yes! Oh, thank you. It's crushed.
Yep.
Oh, yes, we won. Victory.